Welcome to Global Predictions with your hosts, me, Gregg Prescott from In5d.com and In5d.net and by 5D VIP, and the love of my lifetimes, the beautiful, vivacious, sexy, funny, gorgeous, who I call the hottest goddess, Allie. Hi, baby.
Hello, my darling. Hello.
And Bear.
You've got Bear as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just had a little licky thing. Bless him. It's like a yogurt treat thing that the cats like.
Aw. Handsome little boy. Allie was panning down on him. He's got big feet.
Very big feet. He's going to be a big boy. Yep.
He certainly is. Certainly is.
They're funny when they do their zoomies everywhere. They're very funny. Oh, it says leave site. No, please don't. Cancel that.
No. So we got a lot of people to say hi to, and then we're going to jump into it. So this might be a quicker version of our greetings. But before we get into that, Allie, what's going on with PsychicAlly.net?
Because it's been so popular, I've continued the nearly half price readings. So for another week, they are available if anybody would like one. So the hour reading is $50, which works out to £40. Or you can have the half an hour reading, which is $25, which is £20. So go to PsychicAlly.net to have a reading. And we can sort out your love life, we can sort out career, we can sort of, and just generally make you feel more positive about your life and just take control of it, because sometimes it feels like a lonely place out there sometimes. So yeah. Oh, the other thing is, make sure you share and like and subscribe and let us know in the chat, because I'll add you to our list. And then I think it's next week, isn't it? Next week, next Tuesday, we will pick the winner. So it's a 30-minute reading. Okay.
So let's hop into the chat and see what's going on there. First one checking in is Bosom Buddy. Quad B.
I've met Quad B. Yeah. I've met this lovely person here. Hello.
And hi to Patrice and Chrissy. She's joining in.
Hi, Patrice. I've met Patrice as well, and Chrissy. Hello, lovelies. Or the healing list. If anybody wants to be put on the healing list, let me know.
Is put Sandy on there. She's not on there already.
I usually do automatically. I haven't actually, not this one. I will though.
Okay. Chrissy's saying that the audio wasn't working well for your astrology this week.
The start of it, I forgot. Yes, I didn't. It worked out in the end. Yes. Okay. Pain in the bum.
A lot of chatting going on between everyone, Patrice and
I love that.
Christy.
That makes me happy.
Yeah. There's Lori checking in.
Lori.
Here's my laptop and my TV. All right. Yeah, I do that often. I'll hook up what's called an HDMI cable from my laptop to my TV, and that way you can watch it on a big screen.
No, you don't have to do that anymore. I have got like this phone that just connects straight to the TV. I did it accidentally the other day. I was like, oh my God, look at that. It's on the telly.
And who else is popping in here real quick? There's Mary.
Hi, Mary.
What's everyone doing? Did you see Trump on 7/18 talking to reporters about August 14 first payments to the people?
Yes, it was shown to me. So something massive is going to be happening with American people on the 1st of August. He announced it. everybody's going to be very happy financially.
Could it be Nesara?
Something's happening. Something's happening.
We'll see. I will eat crow gladly if that does happen. I will.
I'm putting down Tanya W as well on the healing list there.
There's Claudette checking in. Hi, Claudette. Thank you for being here.
All these lovely people, I've read for them and been, you know, we spent time together. I'm just loving it. Now I've dropped the prices and it seems to be everybody was having trouble financially. Everybody was struggling, but there were so many people who then needed a reading. And so doing so, I was able to, you know, help them out, which then helped me out, of course, you know, so it's win-win. So I feel that I need to continue with that price for a bit.
Okay. And Quad B says, look how lovely Allie is.
No, it didn't. We look so similar, though. We do look, don't we? We're like twinsies. We do. The masculine, the feminine twinsies.
She's the much better looking of the twinsies. Hi to Mel, joining us on YouTube. Hey, there's Gabby. Hi, Gabby.
Hi, Gabby. Good to see you. Oh, it's
joining us.
lovely.
Joining us on YouTube. And Susie.
Hello, Susie. Hello,
Susie.
Yep.
And there's Vera.
Hey, Vera. Shared and liked. Oh, let me add you, Vera. So, okay. Vera, you will be 49 and 50.
Yes, Claudette. Ozzy died today, 76 years old. Some are saying it was due to complications from Parkinson's. Who knows? But rest in peace, Ozzy. He created a lot of music that I enjoyed. I know people call him the Prince of Darkness, but he kind of was one of the founding fathers of hard rock, which is the genre I really enjoy playing on guitar. And I know a bunch of Ozzy and Black Sabbath songs on guitar, and he definitely will be missed. He performed earlier this month from a chair in Birmingham, in England.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was waiting for you to say in New York or something like that, because you have places that we have in the UK. I was waiting for that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's a place, I'm sure there's like Birmingham, I think Alabama, there's a Binghamton, New York, similar kind of names. But yeah, honestly, he didn't sound that great, but the video I watched, it was really touching. The song I saw was Mama, I'm Coming Home, of all songs, right? And his voice, he's not hitting all the notes he used to, but what really touched me was the crowd was helping him sing along. It was just a beautiful thing to watch. So yeah, rest in peace, Ozzy. He was a legend.
Yeah.
And there's Mary. Allie, you look gorgeous.
Oh, thank you, Mary. I pay her very well to say these things every week. It's so wonderful. Thank you so much.
She is gorgeous. She's hot. Hottest goddess, in my opinion.
I scrub up all right with a bit of makeup. I got you, Mel D. I got you. You're 53.
And there's another one from Gemini, liked.
Hello, Gemini Moon.
Hi, Gemini, watching us on YouTube.
And also, Martel, I've got you as well. I don't know if we've gone past Martel or not, but I've got you liked and shared. Martel 5152.
And Patrice,
you shared for your granddaughter.
Nice. Get them started early with the truth. It's a good grandma.
Darling, you've got the figures, haven't you, of what this is doing for us Do you guys realize what you're doing for us?
Our views went up almost by 100 from the previous week to last week. So thank you to those who have shared.
Yeah, it bypasses all of the other crap. It bypasses all of it. So is that Laurie like and shared? How much was that, Laurie?
Yep.
Jacobs. How many?
Just liked and shared. That's it.
Two. I know.
I
just didn't know.
That's enough. Chrissy, 1 share and like from me.
Chrissy.
Thank you.
Okay.
I got a new name. My name's now Gregg.
Well, a lot of people get Craig and Gregg mixed. I don't know why, but it just does that. And we do have in our family a Craig and Gregg. So it does. I don't know why.
I'll put it out there to everyone, and I'll ask you first. What name do you commonly get miscalled?
Alice, or Jane, because my surname Jane's.
Right.
And they call me Jane.
Aw. I'm either Jeff or Steve. Nothing even close to Gregg.
What? You don't look like a Steve. No, you don't like.
Yeah, Jeff or Steve. But I'm thinking there must be doppelgangers that look like me. So you can call me Gregg, Gemini. That's fine. And Gemini said, please put Joe Wilk on the healing list.
Okay, will do.
Joe Wilk. Vera says, let's hope I win. I could sure use a 30-minute reading from you, Allie.
Well, okay, as you've asked, Vera, there was somebody who won it last month, and said, I don't need one because I've already seen you recently. Please gift it to someone else. So I'm gifting it to you, Vera.
Aww.
So I will send the availability over to you, lovely.
And there's Tink making her appearance.
Yeah, it's Tinkers.
Hi, Tinky. Susie will have our first question. She's asking, Trump recently stated that the tariffs are going to benefit American citizens. Is this part of Nesara?
Or your favorite sort of question, that is, my love.
I love Nesara, just Sara.
Your favorite subject.
That
and religion is just right up your...
Oh yeah, I'll get on a soapbox for either one of those. Hell yeah. Well, I also, I told Allie I'll be the first one to eat crow if I'm wrong about Nesara. If it comes out and that's what it is, I was wrong. I don't think I am.
Stated though that we don't care what it's called. We do know something's coming.
Yeah.
And for Trump to say something really big is going to happen on August the 1st for the United States people regarding money, he did state that. That's exactly what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got you. Tanya W.
Okay.
is on there.
Oh yeah. That was the one that you said. I'm not sure if we have seen it yet. And thank you, Claudette, for telling people to like, share, spread the word. You rock. We really appreciate you. Thank you.
Really do. You can see what's made a difference to us,
Yeah. Martel.
And
greetings,
you.
Everyone.
And you, Martel.
Yes. We are supposed to get $1,600.
That sounds good to me. They were talking about it with the Doge thing, saving money on Doge. They were talking about that. I know some Doge things have gone through. I think some have, this savings. So
Supposed to get $1,600. I saw it on YouTube, and then the disclaimer. But you never know what's true. But I saw it on YouTube.
Well, also putting all that out there is an affirmation as well. So remember that. So
Hi to PD and Lisa and Jeremiah.
Hi, PD, Lisa and Jeremiah. You're on here, Lisa and Jeremiah. You're already on here. Don't forget to like, share, and let us know. Please let us know that you've liked, shared, or you're new. If you're new here, we love to see you. Anyone new, I'm going to put on here. Martel, liked and shared. No, I haven't got that, so I'll do that.
Allie is such a gift for ones like me to have been able to afford meeting you and feeling some relief.
Oh. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you as well, really, honestly. I've met some really special people, and you know, I'm quite excited about this new thing that we've got coming up. We're going to be inviting people, some of the In5d people, coming to chat about their subjects. So the first subject we're talking about is UFO. So please let us know if you're interested in coming to talk to us, and also whether you're willing to come on camera, like here.
That's part of the deal. And you can do it because Allie and I are introverts, and if we can do it, you can do it. You got a story that's going to be great for other people to hear too. So share those stories. We don't bite hard. Been to a Black Sabbath concert? I never have, but I have seen Ozzy. She is gorgeous.
Oh, I'll
Indeed.
pay you later, Patrice. I'll pay you later.
There's Jeremiah.
Hi, Jeremiah.
It was Ozzy's way to say goodbye. Yeah, I believe that. To all of his fans. Then went to Switzerland to have support and letting go of his earthly body. I actually did a little chat. You know, he called himself the Prince of Darkness. I don't believe in hell, but if there is, he doesn't deserve to be there because of all the joy he has brought to people with his music. And I think that was just part of his stage persona, honestly. And there's my sister. Hi, Tara.
Hi, Tara. Hello, lovely.
Love you too. Yes.
We love you. I can't wait to meet Tara. I can't. It's just lovely.
Apparently, her she's a great grandmother, and her daughter's in her. Wow.
That's lovely. Which cat was that?
Huh?
There was a cat just climbed up. I didn't see who it was. They jumped back down again. They're doing whizzies around the flat at the moment.
He was saying goodbye at the concert. Yeah. How, all the way up until the end, still giving his fans what they were lucky enough to be able to see while he was alive. And you think, at what point do you just say, enough is enough? But obviously for him, it wasn't about the money. It was about the joy he was bringing to his followers. And Allie and I have talked about this. If we ever stumbled upon money, we would still be doing this. We'd still, I'd still be working on In5d and writing articles and stuff like that. We all came here for a purpose, or purposes, many purposes, and we're here. We all have a job to do and jobs in this awakening. You just don't quit that. So
You've made an amazing difference, because everybody who I speak to who comes from In5d, they are awake and aware, and a lot of it is due to you. It's due to you. No, it is, because everybody talks about it. So absolutely, you've made an amazing difference.
Thank you.
True.
And it's nice to hear that, but I got plenty of time to hear that on the other side of the veil when I do my life review. In the meanwhile, we have a lot of work to do. Hey, Rob, how are you? Just sent you a message. It relates. I'll get to it when I can. I'll try
Hi,
to get
Rob.
to it. Got to get through these messages first. Um, uh, Patrice's great-granddaughter's name is Aria.
Oh, I like that. Aria. Is it Aria or Aria? Because there is an Aria in the Game of Thrones, and it's spelled like that.
Oh, well, you're probably right. I'm just reading it phonetically.
Yeah, but there could be all sorts, all sorts of ways of saying names.
Predictions, please. Okay, I predict we'll get to the predictions as soon as we get through these greetings.
This is our
That's
way. Our way. We like to include you guys in it.
Oh, so here, yeah. So here's the names that some of the names are coming in that people are commonly miscalled. Christine for Chrissy. Patricia. People call me that, but it's Patrice, right? Robert or Bobby for Rob.
Oh, yeah.
Clara instead of Sarah for Quad B. And Quad B instead of bosom buddies, bullies, Burgess. It's a lot easier to say Quad B. Apparently, Gemini gets called Tank.
Oh, really? Oh, that's funny.
No, that's when Tank walked into the camera, however long ago what that was. That's how far behind we are. 819.
Oh, I see.
Susie says she's been called Kathy, Patty, and Val, which are nothing like Susie or Suzanne or, yeah, Susanna. Quad B says, I don't know much about Nesara Jasara. Keep it that way. I'll look into it if you want. I have some videos. I have articles on it on In5d about all the research I've done into it. Who knows, though?
Can I ask, is there any wars going on in this world at the moment? Active wars?
Yeah, Russia and Ukraine, right?
That not finished now?
I don't know. I don't really watch the news much anymore.
All right. So, because they did say that in the Nesara terms, there has to be no wars.
Well, that was probably something that was brought up by what was her name? Candace Godwin, I think is her name, that embellished all the stuff that Harvey Bernard, the original creator of Nesara, came up with, but she embellished it with all this fictitious stuff that was hot air and bullshit just so she could bilk money off of her followers. So it's, her version of Nesara is a scam. Harvey Bernard's version was supposed to be a college, trying to find the word for it.
Thesis?
Yeah, along that line. Yeah, just to teach people, this would be like a hypothetical bill and stuff like that. But it was just for teaching purposes, basically. Vera said, that's so generous. Thank you. Who gifted the reading to someone else? Much appreciated. Right on.
She's in the chat. She's in the chat right now. So, yes.
I know who it is.
I don't know if she wants to reveal who she is, but yes.
Anne's got our next question after Susie. There has been widespread flooding throughout the U.S. in the last few weeks. Is this the Black Hats fighting back because they're getting desperate? That would make sense. And if you have any questions, do it like this. All uppercase, so when we go back and we're scrolling through, it's easy to find them when they're in uppercase. If you don't put them in uppercase, I'm sure we scrolled past them in the past. Martel's asking, did you put me on the healing list last week?
You know what? You're on. I thought perhaps I didn't do it. Look, Martel, I had, and then I thought because it's written on the back. So what I do is I write people on the back if I haven't got time to do it pretty and I'm in a rush. So all these names are on the back, which I added on. But I'd done yours. But look, I've done you again. And again.
Wow.
So you're on 3 times, Martel. You're on 3 times.
3rd time's a charm. Thanks for putting Tanya on the healing list, says Lori.
No problem, no problem. But please keep liking and share. There we are, liking and sharing. So, Lisa, we're going to be pulling this. Obviously next Tuesday.
Yep. So stay tuned. It's supposed to be dividends. Okay. I agree that Allie is a blessing too.
Oh, well, it was a pleasure spending time with you as well, Anne. I liked it very much.
Allie truly does complete In5d. She makes this whole for all of us, and I'm so grateful that she's, well, my wife and part of In5d.
I love it. I love being part of this lovely family. I've been welcomed with open arms, so I appreciate it.
Allie and Gregg give a new meaning to twin flames. They mirror each other. We do. We truly do.
We do it any opportunity, whether we like it or not. We do. Sometimes it's things that happen. It's like he might have some disaster happen. I go, love it. Yeah, so did I today. Yeah, that happened to me today. Yeah.
Yeah.
And my mum, it's like twinsies. It's trip.
Yes.
With my mum, she's part of this as well.
All right, here we go. Volunteer for the UFO chat. I will get over the stage fright. Right on. You can do it.
Now, Patrice, you are Mary's sister, aren't you, Patrice? So there'll be 2 sisters coming on. So Mary and Patrice. That's wonderful. That would be nice just for that start, kick-start it, wouldn't it?
Heck yeah. Well, thank you, Patricia. I'm kidding. Patrice. The names that we get miscalled. Quad B says, you got this, Patrice. Indeed. Oh, wow. I didn't know that. Ozzy donated all the money from this last concert. Wow. That's awesome. I get really scared when talking in front of people. When I did a book signing back in 2017, I couldn't do it. So my daughter's boyfriend did it. He was my MC. I get it. My first conference, so I returned to Atlantis conference in 2012. And I had to get up in front of a crowd and talk. But fortunately, I had a co-host, Helene Lipson, who's no longer with us. But she did a lot of the talking because she's not introverted or wasn't introverted like I am. And still, like I was and still am, but it does get easier every time. Ask anyone that's done spirit chat on In5d. First few times it might be a little nerve-wracking, but you're with family, so it's not that bad. Vera says, I felt Ozzy went to the most beautiful place for all the good he's done. I agree. His life on Earth was filled with darkness, but he'll get to do greater things on the other side. Plus, he's no longer in pain or Parkinson's.
So, Anne, you want to be added to the healing list? That's done.
Martel, we didn't see Ozzy or Black Sabbath, but we did see and meet Bill Ward, the drummer of Black Sabbath at Guitar Center about 31 years ago, and I'm flabbergasted at the 31 years my daughter was 7. Wow. And she's a drummer. Nice. That's great. Maybe Ozzy's darkness was more based on emotional darkness and heaviness. I think it was just a stage persona, you know. And you were correct, my love. Aria. Wait, how did you say it?
Aria.
Aria. Oh, like the
Aria.
part of a solo in music. Aria. Yeah.
Yeah.
RIA. Yeah.
So
A
Martel
question?
says, Ali, I bet it super helped me since I got sick on Monday and fine today. So it does prove this healing list does work. So thank you for pointing that out. That's wonderful.
Will the super volcano in Yellowstone blow? Good question, Patrice. We will
Boy,
look
yes.
at that.
Okay.
There's Kathy Cat. Hello, lovely.
Hello as well. Hello.
And she liked and shared.
Okay, let me add you.
And there's Shannon Rose. How are you? Thanks.
Hello, Shannon Rose.
Another question coming in from Martel is Israel as evil as I've been hearing? Not the good Jewish people, but the country of Israel. I heard it was bad from the creation of the country after World War II. That was by the Rothschild family. IS in Israel for ISIS, Ra as in Ra, and Elohim is Ra-El. Super windy in Venice Beach. We have a Venice Beach, not the same one because you're on the West Coast. Venice here in Florida is only like, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes away. Ann Weaver liked and shared.
Yeah, I put you on there. You're 62 and 63, Anne.
Mary said thank you, Gregg and Allie, for all you do.
Oh,
You're very welcome.
Thank you, Mary.
Thank you for being
This is
part
Mary
of our
who's going to be coming on doing the talk with Patrice, her
Right.
sister.
Allie, I bet it's super. Oh, that's okay. Yeah, you just saw that. Yeah. You're ahead of me. I'm trying to get caught up. I'm sorry.
Okay.
And you already got that too, right?
Yes.
You got Shannon's like and share.
I've got Shannon likes and shared. You're number 64, 65.
T-Star Illuminations. I was at that conference, Return to Atlantis. Oh, that's great.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that amazing, love?
Yeah, that was 2012. So that was what, 15 years ago? If I'm doing my math correctly. Thanks for being part of our In5d family.
All that time. Thank
That's
you.
awesome. Thank you. Oh, that's I agree, double click. Ozzy left the same way he lived, on his terms. Fly free, Ozzy. Yeah, he did. You're awesome too, Mary. Thank you. And greetings to T-Star Illuminations with hand purple blue piece.
Yeah, love it.
That's what we see on our end. We don't actually see the emojis. And Mary came out and said, I gifted the reading.
Yep, it was Mary. Mary gifted the reading. Thank you, Mary. I didn't know if you wanted me to say anything or not.
And did you get this, my love?
Sky. No, I haven't done that one. Sky
Okay.
Blue Jones. Sky.
He had extreme dental work and is struggling with the pain.
Wow. Okay, I've got it down. Yeah, sending now.
We don't have beaches. We live in Iowa. There could be beaches, just not ocean beaches. Like, you know, in upstate New York, there was like Glimmer Glass State Park. They had a beach. Gilbert Lake State Park. They have their own little beach. It's just not a sandy beach. Kasha said, when I tried to go to this live, all of a sudden I was offline. Tried and tried, played other YouTubes, no problem. Had to reboot. Very odd, yeah.
That is odd because you're always here. She's always the first one. Yeah.
Oftentimes, you know, when I start having computer issues, it means that my computer needs to do an update.
Yes.
And you got to reboot and do that. And of course, that always happens right before we're about to go on air. And it's like a 5-minute update.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Hi to Yogi Nature Wineries. Oh, I'm sorry. You read that.
Oregano oil for tooth pain, or oregano.
Yes, you can also use oregano too.
Yeah, or oregano.
Or oregano.
Yes.
Just don't wrap it in aluminium or aluminum.
Yeah. Yes, dude.
Okay. I think we're caught up on the chat.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much for joining us and being here. See you next week. No. No.
I've got some colouring to do later. I've got colouring
You
to
too.
do.
Get that inner child coloring. Heck yeah. Scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of comments.
There is. Everybody's really helping us with these comments. And, you know, even offline, if you're watching this offline, please comment, because it still makes a huge difference. And, you know, if you like and share it, even if, you know, just when you're watching it, please. Yeah.
Here it is.
So there's some big things happening, but I'll explain in a minute.
Okay. So, the hottest goddess. Are we ready for our first question?
Yeah.
Okay. And that comes from Susie. Trump recently stated that the tariffs are going to benefit American citizens. Is this part of Nesara? And the cards are going to say, well, isn't that a hoot? Hoot! Where did that expression come from? What a hoot! A hoot would be something funny, but you hear a hoot from an owl. It doesn't make sense. What a hoot. Hoot! Anyway, the hoot in this situation are the first two cards that came out. If anyone knows me, they know I don't buy into the Nesara thing. And it's telling me to look at it from a different perspective, and it gave me the yes card. I beg to differ, yes card. That's funny. I still stand by my own resolve. We'll see. I don't think it is, personally. The card said yeah, but... And then we got justice. Justice. Right? So, it's all part of the plan, I guess. And maybe the Hanged Man card it's something similar, like what Alan and I have been saying all along, but it might not necessarily be called Nesara. I firmly believe that. we won't ever hear anything called specifically Nesara or Jisara, but I do believe 100% that there is some kind of benevolent program coming for all of humanity. Maybe this is the beginning of it. Let's see what Allie has.
That was funny. That was very funny. It's like, I knew they were going to say yes to him. I knew it.
You did.
I knew they were going to do it. I did.
Oh,
I did.
I was surprised. I didn't expect that.
Exactly what they'll do. This is it. So I got the strength card, these gorgeous cards again. I've got this strength card here. So strength, courage, strength. So for those people who have the courage and strength to believe in the plan, to keep believing in Trump, keep believing that this is all working for the better good. Now, I've got to share, I was speaking to my friend who is connected to those 3-letter agencies. I was speaking to her, and I said I'm not impressed with Trump at the moment because of because I'm always believe in the plan, everything else, and I was wobbling. I was very much wobbling because Trump was saying, "Oh, forget about Epstein, forget," and all of this, and I was like a lot of you, very cross. Well, she said, if there is going to be big tribunals for some of the people that are listed on those documents, or some of the information that is listed on it, if it's an ongoing, case, they can't officially release those things because it would mess up the case, and so it all has to be done as a big show of strength. So anyway, that was interesting, and that makes sense to me. So there you go, strength. Okay, so this is follow the plan. I then got the 2 of Swords, and the 2 of Swords is somebody having crosswords, and I feel that this has been they've had to release something good at this particular time, and I feel this is because they are losing some of the people, because some of the people are saying, what the F are you doing? Are you actually working for the other side or what? And then I got the World card. So this is something that will start off with the USA, and then it will happen all the way around the world. And this will bring people to the table to talk. And this is the people. Bring the people to the table. There are rallies and protests going on all over this world, and they're not showing it on mainstream TV. They're not showing it there, but everybody is ready. It's brewing up for something very big. And I don't mean violence. I just mean the people rising up and saying, no more. It's happening. So anyway, that's what I get. So the answer to that is yes, it is a form of Nesara, but may not actually be called that. It's a form of it.
Thank you, my love. Those cards are pretty.
Aren't they lovely?
They are. Our next question comes from Ann Weaver. There has been widespread flooding throughout the United States in the last few weeks. Is this the Black Hats fighting back because they're getting desperate? And you hit the nail on the head. Because my first card out is showing us that their backs are against the wall right now. And it has something to do. They're running out of money, plain and simple. But we also got final endings. So look at it as it may, and for what it is. Yeah, they're panicking. This is endgame, basically. So they don't have many cards left in their deck. So thankfully, like, you know, for example, here in Florida, chemtrails are banned. Even though it's a conspiracy theory and they're only contrails. Well, that's weird because I haven't seen any contrails in the sky since the ban came. Go figure. Conspiracy theorists right again. That's what I have. Let me bring the love of my life back. And we'll see what Allie has to say. Hope you guys are having fun, enjoying this. There she is. Oh, wow. Who's visiting? Aw. Uh-huh. Aw. Hi, Dad. Quick story. Before I proposed to Allie, Allie's dad's on the other side of the veil, and I had a little talk with him and told him that, you know, I would love to marry your daughter, and please somehow give me your blessings. And he didn't say no. And that one time, I'll never forget it, when we were visiting your brother and his wife, and we're out in the living room, the picture of him flew off the wall like 7 feet to join us in the living room. I got goosebumps. There's that. Yeah. Do you know how much energy that took on the other side of the veil to move a photo that far and that, like, in a twisting kind of manner? I got goosebumps. The hair's standing up on my arms just thinking about it. My head too. Yeah, that was beautiful. So I'll let you go.
Was I on mute? No, I wasn't on mute. Oh, thank goodness, because it looked like I was on mute. So yeah, it was. No, they said no sound, darling. They've said no sound. So you could hear me, but you could hear me, but they couldn't.
Oh, that's weird.
That is really weird. Yeah, Vera just texted me and said they couldn't hear me. I'm so sorry. I didn't have the comments up, otherwise I would have noticed it sooner. I'm so sorry. What did I say? Why is it, my guides are saying yes, absolutely yes. It's all to do with the black hats. It's all to do with that they are fighting back. They're trying to blackmail the team, blackmail the good guys, and this is what's going on. But I'm going to say that what do you do with bullies? You do not give in to bullies, and that's what they're trying to do: bully and affect and kill people because they won't get their own way. I muted myself when I made my drink, darling, and I didn't unmute. I know
That's
you were
what.
trying to puzzle that.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what the hell happened. Anyway.
It was me. Sorry. That's basically what I said, but more elaborately. I'm so sorry.
Okay. So let's get to our next question.
Shouldn't let me loose with the mute button. I fuck it up every time.
Hey, that's a nice mug. Check out that chick on there. She's hot. Wow.
Look at that sexy man. Global predictions.
Cool mug.
I thought I've got to use this mug today, being Tuesday.
Yeah. Okay, Patrice has our next question. Will the super volcano in Yellowstone blow? This is for some of the older folks out there that remember Yogi Bear. Do you ever almost say Jellystone instead of Yellowstone? In the back of my mind, I want to say Jellystone. Yeah, I'm a tard. Will the super volcano in Jellystone blow? I had to say that. Well, there's a lot of talk about it. I even put an article out recently on In5d, in5d.vip about it. So yeah, it's getting a lot of traction. And when it does, everything's going to shift like you wouldn't believe, fast and furiously. But the good news is that we have help from our star family, bringing star family together. But we do have help from our star family. Nothing's going to happen. This one I'm picking up is that nothing is going to happen to humanity before the great shift happens, whatever that shift may be. It could be the solar flash or a number of other things. I have an article on In5d called The Cosmic Wild Card, where it presents a bunch of scenarios that could happen that bring us into the next stage of spiritual progression. But no, we don't have to worry about that. So it will blow eventually. Of course it will. According to my research, it blows every 700. The last two were on 700,000 year schedules, basically, and it's been 640,000. So we're still 60,000 years away. But as I mentioned, when that does happen, it'll be after the event. Nothing to worry about. Thanks for the question. Let's see what Allie's got.
Okay, so I rolled the dice, and the dice was a 10, which is yes. I then asked my pendulum and said, because my pendulum said no, and so I asked, will they try and blow this volcano? And it said yes. I then said, will the off-worlders stop this from happening? And that was a yes. And so yeah, they're going to try. They're putting a lot of strain on this volcano so that what they want it to blow. They're doing that. But the world has got a lot of help from the off-worlders. They've got a lot of partnerships going on with them. So it will all come good. It is fine. And you're right. They have got no money. Okay. Well, they've got money, but their money is dwindling, and they can't do all the things that they used to do anymore. So their main tool at the moment, and it is a tool, is mainstream media. So yeah, that's the manipulation from that. That less, the numbers, less and less people are watching mainstream media, and that's just proving just how much people are not watching it. They're waking up. That watch the figures go down and down and down. That's it, my darling.
They recently canceled The Late Show here in the United States. Stephen Colbert was the host of it. Apparently they were losing, I don't know, 100 million or something like that a year because it's a liberal shit show, basically. No one's watching it. They bring in their own people they probably hold up applause signs and boo signs when applicable, and no one's buying into it. It's basically shit on Trump fest. And it doesn't matter whether it's Jimmy Kimmel or whoever is hosting these late night shows. They're all going down. They don't get as many views. For example, I heard on one video that Gregg, what's his name at Fox? I forgot his last name. But he gets more views than all the late night shows combined.
Beck. Is it Beck?
No, Gregg, not
Gregg.
Glenn. Gregg. But for some reason, I'm thinking, I can't think. Sudfeld, or no, it's not that. What the hell is his name? I don't know.
I think they're trying to put it in the chat for you.
Yeah, I'm looking down the chat and Gutfeld. Yeah, I said Sutfeld, but it was Gutfeld. Yeah, I knew it was something like that. Thank you for helping me out, folks.
Trump was on there, wasn't he? On Gutfeld. He was on there.
I guess so. I don't know. I didn't see that.
Along with that big guy he always wears his belt, his wrestling belt or something, and he handed it to Trump. He gave it to him on air. Yeah.
Yeah. I love you.
I love you very much.
Our next question is from Martel. Is Israel as evil as I've been hearing? Not the good Jewish people, but the country of Israel? Yeah, probably have to tippy-toe around this one because you know how YouTube is with saying any opinion about Israel. So yeah, I got some cards drawn in regard to this question. And to me, what this is really doing, the cards are just screaming Rothschild, who founded Israel. As I mentioned, Isis, Ra, and El Elohim. That's where the name came from, whether they admit it or not. And there are a lot of good people there, as there are everywhere. The world's not full of a-holes and tards, but I do find it, you can't say an opinion in the United States about them, the country, or their politicians without being labeled, you know what. And I'm sure it's just a coincidence. Wink, wink, nod, nod. This is for entertainment purposes only. That the majority of, just a coincidence that the majority of the mainstream media is owned by you know who. And that the majority of all cabinets are you know who. Presidential cabinets. So just a coincidence, nothing to see here. But no, they're not. They're not. The people themselves. Not, there's a lot of good Jewish people. The country of Israel, well, we got the devil card. I don't know what that. Make of that what you will. And got a lot of heavy thoughts going into, sadness, depression, and a choice to be made. And I think that Israel, as you mentioned, not the people, but the country, they have some choices that need to be made instead of, well, I can't even get into that because it would be censored on YouTube if I said what I wanted to say. If this was Rumble, I could tell you. But how do I tippy-toe around this? The country needs to start making its own decisions instead of constantly relying on the help from others when they're sticking their noses in places where maybe it should not be. That's the tactful way of saying what I wanted to say. Read between the lines. Let's bring Allie in and see what she has to say.
So we've got the Nine of Wands there, and this is representing the people. So I would say that it's probably no different than the UK at the moment, to be fair, and a lot of the other leaders around the world. It is, it's not the people, it's who's in charge, it's the leaders. And so there are a lot of leaders that will be standing down or arrested. And all of this, I do believe, is coming. So that is the people. But swift change is coming. And that is going to be the end result. This is going to be a celebration beyond celebrations. Everybody is going to be free of that heavy energy that everybody's feeling. The dark energy that is holding people basically hostage, really, in terms of not being able to be free. There's so many restrictions going on. So yeah, hang on in there.
When I call Allie, she'll answer on Messenger, and I'll just look at her and smile, just taking in her presence and her beauty and everything that she is. No words need to be spoken.
And it's not fair we're apart. It's not fair. But we know the situation's no good kicking off about it. We know the situation at this moment in time.
And nothing can stop love. Period.
Nothing stops that. No. True. Can I just, as we've got a pause here, can I just talk about what has been going? This is the biggest thing really that's going on, and you told me about it as well, and I said, yeah, I've written it all down. So Tulsi Gabbard has come on and spoken about the Obama administration that manufactured and politicized the intelligence to create Trump and Russia narrative in the 2016 election. Well, they are now officially criminally going after this now. So this is going to be massively big. Even General Mike Flynn actually spoke up about it. And he said President Trump is and has been fully aware of all of this. And he said, I think the last few days and maybe weeks, you've seen a level of frustration, and it doesn't mean that everybody is off the hook on some of the other issues that we're dealing with. But this is the biggest crime in the history of the United States of America. So he's talking about it being a coup and it being, what do they call it? Because of his T. Because of his T.
Treason.
Treason. It is treason. So that's what, and he suggested to take Obama's passport away from him because he knew that that's what they would be doing, is jumping ship quick.
I wonder if that's, the I don't know if it's a rumor or the truth, but they say that Michelle wants to divorce Barry. I wonder if there's any reasoning behind that that's associated with this.
Yeah, it could be. But she's, he or she trying to distance themselves away from Barack, but still complicit, isn't it? So yeah. And the mRNA vaccine I just saw on MSN, the supercharges immunity against cancer, they're saying. So an experiment in the mRNA vax improved the tumor fighting benefits of, they're basically trying to roll out the mRNA. That's what they're trying to do. That's what I've seen on our MSN.
So they're trying to make it sound like it's beneficial and not something that's. But when you take that, I forgot where I read it, or we've talked about it before too on one of our shows, that when you take it, you no longer become what's classified as a human.
Changes your DNA. I know it changes people's personalities a bit. If you're spiritual, I think it's got a harder job to do, but yeah.
Just curious, whoever's watching, put in the chat, just put pure blood, and we'll, nothing else. You don't have to say anything else. Just put pure blood, one word, in the chat.
The trouble is, some people had to take it, and I do understand. They were pressured. Yeah. This is the biggest mind control that ever went, and so if you did stand your ground and say no, then you've done an amazing job. But don't feel bad if you had to, because I know some people did. But do you know something? There are 0 people who can say that they regret not having it. Nobody says, oh, I wish I'd had that now. And the people that have had it are saying, I wish I hadn't. Yeah. Wow. You stood your ground, people. You stood your ground, and it was a hard thing to do. So well done.
The worst part was being ridiculed for standing your ground. Ridiculed. Oh, despite them getting the jab and allegedly being protected, they're like, we're the ones that are bad because we didn't. We could possibly give it to them, even though they got the jab. Doesn't that defeat the purpose of getting the jab to begin with? But making us feel like shit and try to guilt us into getting it. There were places that gave away donuts, pizza, beer, trying to bribe you into getting it. It's for entertainment purposes only.
Yes. It should be banned all over the world now. It really should be. I mean,
it should. JFK Jr. just made a law that babies and mothers are no longer required to get what.
Saw that. Yeah, very good. Very good.
We can just put this on the screen. We don't have to read it. You guys can read it. Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And you're not alone, Quad B.
Yeah.
My parents didn't listen. They're fully, you know what, on both the jab and the boosters.
No one in my family did. Well, actually, my family in Nottingham did, and they're very, very angry about anybody who says anything different. They're very, venomous. But I said, when I talk about it, I said, so if you knew that something could potentially kill somebody that you love, what would you do? What would you do? Turn the situation around, and what would you do? Would you try? Would you try and convince them? Would you try and push it? Of course you would. So that's all that we're doing.
My biggest point was there were 0 longitudinal studies. You don't know what you're doing because you're the guinea pig. I don't want to be a guinea pig. And if you look at the history of jabs, not necessarily the C jab, and use the Amish as a control group, there are some Amish that have autism, but they got V's, you know what the V stands for, beforehand, before they were adopted. So you have a specific control group here in the United States. Yet you look at the rising amount of autism in the United States, and I guarantee there's a correlation with the rising amount of autism and the rising amount of jabs that you have to get. When I was a kid, I was born in 1960, I only needed 10 different V words. Now it's what, 70, 80? And to a little child, you kidding me? And they're wondering why autism is skyrocketing.
No.
I'm sorry.
It's criminal, and I really hope that JFK Jr. RFK Jr. does start to push this, truth out there, because it's got to change.
I was offered $1,000 to hold clinic at my shop and have my barbers encourage others. Oh, wow. But you turned it down.
Good for you, Mary. Good for you. What a warrior. Yeah, love it.
Pure blood forever.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, John. Absolutely.
I know people that are still taking the B's.
So do I. So do I. Yes.
I still see tards out there with their stupid masks on.
Yes, I have to laugh now. I can't help it. I just have to laugh and shake my head. I have to.
Yeah.
My friends who didn't believe me and went and got it done. I went for a meal with them, and I walked in, and they were all sitting in a row and in a line, and they just they were clapping like this. They said, "We believe you. You were right." That's what they said. And not that I needed that, but it was this quiet kind of thing underneath the surface, that it was like a bad conversation that we couldn't have. So we don't have that now. It's stopping us.
I love that you're a conspiracy theorist, as I am, as many of you guys are out there. How many times have we been right? I saw some meme that it said that scientists are afraid that by the year 2040 there won't be any more conspiracy theories to prove.
I saw that. I shared the crap out of that. I loved it. It's funny.
Yeah, that's great.
Very good.
How many times have we been right, though, about so much stuff? And the bottom line is, like, I remember, well, back when George Bush and we had the incident with the planes and the building. I can't talk about that either. But George Bush is on I think he was on some military boat, and he goes, "Let us not tolerate any outrageous conspiracy theories." I just heard that as a quote from somebody else calling the Epstein case an outrageous conspiracy theory. Same fucking words. It's all about ridiculing. And what does that come down to? Us questioning things. They don't want people who are capable of questioning the narrative. And that's what all of us do. Good for you. My soapbox.
I know. I'm proud of you when you get on your soapbox. I love it.
I love it when you do. There's some things that we're out of.
Purposes, though.
What's that?
It's all for entertainment purposes, isn't it?
Of course. It's entertaining to see people on soapboxes.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow, the chat's gone crazy.
I love it.
Oh, Kathy said I could write a book of all the things rubbish endured since December 2019. That would be an amazing book because, it needs to be out there. This will go down in history. That will become a history book. It will go down in history for sure.
Remember back in the day, maybe some of you might be too young to remember this. You might be, Allie. But they used to use subliminal programming. And you can look this up for like when TVs they went off air and then they'd come back on at like 5 or 6 a.m. and they would play the Star Spangled Banner, but they would flash subliminal messages similar to They Live, like obey and that kind of thing. Or like at the theater or the drive-in, they would flash popcorn for a brief millisecond, and people would get up and start buying popcorn. And and you got to think about like the MK Ultra, another conspiracy theory that was debunked and is no longer a conspiracy theory. How they use mind control to play on to influence our decisions.
Oh yeah, it's done in films. It's all over the place. Can I just make a comment about here? This lady here, so Mary. So the COVID testing swabs, the things that go up your nose, made in China, was sterilized with a chemical that causes respiratory issues and cancer. Yes, I've written this down. So this man goes up to one of these testing centers. He's in his car, and he said, "Can I please have the swab in its packet before you test me?" And he got this, and this is what it said on the outside. It had something called EO on it. Okay, sterile EO. Ethylene oxide is an ingredient used in antifreeze for cars and machinery. It's a massive carcinogenic and immunogen, so huge. So it causes Hodgkinson disease, breast cancer, and it will literally change the DNA of yourself, the structure of the building blocks of your DNA.
Wow. Yeah, you sent me that video.
Yeah.
Good for him. And he's just playing along until she finally mentioned or let him see the ingredients on there. Yeah. Well, we got some people old enough to remember the TV brainwashing. I believe they still do it too. I honestly, even if it's something as stupid as, product placement. They'll be drinking a soda or something, but the label's always out. Just stupid things like that.
Yeah, definitely.
It's called magnesium glycinate, though.
Yeah, I saw that. Funny how influenza numbers disappeared during COVID. Wonder where they went exactly. Where did they go? They are back, though. Funny enough.
Right?
So this Mark, this is a new name, isn't it? Mark Klarman. Where's he gone? So Mark said, "Is JFK Jr. still alive?" Well, my mum showed me this picture of this guy who goes to all the Trump rallies, and he sits there, and they've done a face thing. So was that a body double in the car? Was that actually him, or was it a clone, or was it a body double in that car? Because I said that can't be. We saw the top of the guy's head blown off, but this is what they said. Could that have been a swap out?
No, they're talking about Junior.
Oh, Junior.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who was running against Hillary, and he ended up dying in a plane crash. And
but
a lot of people think he's still alive.
One. Yeah, but both. They think both of them are.
Yeah. Well, I don't think. I personally don't think he's alive. But who knows?
I think Diana's still alive. I think they swapped her out. I think there was something happened. Mm.
The biggest thing I heard today was Barry Soetoro wasn't even a citizen. He is illegal. I thought he at least was a citizen. I know he wasn't born here. Well, wouldn't that be funny if he got sent to Alligator Alley for not being a citizen, despite being president? If they proved that what everyone knows, that his birth certificate was layered, they used different typewriter font to try to fake it.
So did Obama. It's the same with Obama.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's who Barry Soetoro is.
Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was his Indonesian name before he changed it to Barack Hussein Obama. Yeah. So, yeah, that would be funny if Obama got sent to Alligator Alley because he's an illegal immigrant. That would mean everything he did as a president would have to be dismissed.
So, Laurie, I'm so sorry this had to happen to you. It's horrible. Unfortunately, my husband was on home health care at the time, and I was kind of bullied into getting it. You are not alone. There were people whose they had to go and see their elderly parents in nursing homes and things like that, and they wasn't allowed in there to see them because they wasn't jabbed. And this is the thing, So, but ivermectin, I've heard somewhere that ivermectin is very, very good for all the spike stuff as well. So. Mara and Chris on your prayers list. Yes, I will.
And Tamara. Potato, oregano. Aluminum.
All of the above.
Tamara and Chris. And Tamara and Chris. Hi to Heather Hibbard. Welcome aboard. Just joined from Ontario. I'm usually in France, going back tomorrow. Happy to catch you live. Right on. Thanks for being here.
Lovely, thank you.
Welcome aboard. Boy, ain't that the truth. I've never ever seen people and communities turn so viciously against one another, and I will never forget how people treated others. A sad time in human history. Yeah, we can thank Anthony Fauci. Boy, talk about somebody that deserves Alligator Alley.
Well, he definitely does.
Yep, more brainwashing from Martell. She says, we've been brainwashed into believing that we must pasteurize our milk. They lied so much, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I can't believe that we're up to 66 people on the list. That's much more than last time.
Hi to Polly Petrie. Is that her new name?
Yeah. No, I know Paula. Yes.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah.
Hi, Paula.
Hi, Paula. Can't wait to meet you.
Okay. Can you ask the cards about JFK Jr.? I know we have in the past. We'll do it again, though. Okay. I got the tower. Talk about, crash and burn. So maybe that was the plane. Maybe that was the tower moment. The narrative is still ambiguous at best. People want to believe one thing, and there's choices to be made. Either at this point, you either believe the official story, which we know that they have manipulated in the past, or you think that it was a cover-up. Honestly, my gut's telling me that he's no longer with us, but I can understand, the whole JFK Jr. narrative. I'm not going to ridicule people that believe that he is still alive. Is it possible? Yeah, there's a possibility. So let me draw one more card, see what that has to say. And we got, someone saying something that someone else doesn't want to hear. That could be me saying that I don't think he's alive. Maybe you don't want to hear it. But that's what my cards are saying. That's what I'm feeling also. So we'll see what Allie has to say. Because you never know. Sometimes we have different points of view. And on those situations, she's always wrong. I'm kidding.
Either one of us could be wrong. Who knows, eh? I got the crossed sword. So I believe he was swapped out. I believe that he knew that they were after him. He knew that this was going to happen. I feel that the intel were already looking out for this family because of what they were standing for. I feel that they were going to be some of the ones that were going to do what Trump's doing now, is what I'm being told. And of course they wanted, but it was too public. So yeah, they were swapped out is what I get. But I still feel he's alive. Yeah, I still feel he's alive. Yes. Sorry.
Well, you're wrong. No, who knows? You might be right. Jeremiah is saying, can you add my friends Chris, Amanda, Zena, Zach to the healing list?
Right, I may have to write these down. Right, so Chris, Amanda, Zena, and Zach. Okay, I will.
Hello from the Netherlands, from Eveline. It's my second time listening to you. Love it. Thank you. You're up awfully late. You and Vera.
Yeah.
And Allie. You're all up late. You're all over there in the...
They're an hour ahead, aren't they? So they are 3:37.
Yeah. Yeah. It's only 9:37 here in Florida, as the seniors call it. Florida. Where do you live? Florida. That's how seniors say it. I'm a senior. I refuse to say it that way. Anyway, we got through all the questions, and I want to thank everyone for joining us. You guys are awesome. You're amazing. Great questions. We enjoyed answering them for you. But before we go, Allie, you want to tell everyone about your amazing deal that you have?
Yeah. So I've got you all down here. Okay. Yeah, I'm still continuing with the nearly half price readings at the moment. It's just been wonderful to read for people who wouldn't normally be able to afford it. So I'm makes my heart sing to let that happen. So there is it is a 30-minute reading is down to $25 at the moment, which works out around £20. And the hour reading is $50, which works out at £40. So if you wanted to go over to PsychicAlly.net, PsychicAlly.net to book your appointment. So yeah, thank you so much. So if you booked a 30-minute or an hour, you can do whatever you want to. You can do a psychic development if you want, tarot tuition, you can do cord cutting, we can do past life recall. There's loads of things that we can do, and I'll leave it up to you what you want at that time. Yeah. Oh, thank you, darling. Yeah, PsychicAlly.net.
You're welcome, baby. And anything else you want to say, or?
Just that I love you very, very much, and I'm so proud of you, and you welcomed me into your world, but also into this lovely family, In5d family, and I'm just I feel very blessed, and I'm not taking that for granted. I love it. So thank you all for joining as well.
You're the matriarch that we were missing. We needed that matriarchal Mrs. In5d. And you're it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Please, if you guys want to carry on talking, there is a Facebook page that we opened up. There is one called In5d Love Connections. For if you want to find love, there is that. And there's also a Facebook page that is In5d Community Members, I think it's called, isn't it? Oh, happy birthday, Savannah. Happy birthday.
I'm trying to get rid of the banner so we can...
It's hard, isn't it?
Oh, gosh. I'm failing miserably. Yeah, there we go. Happy birthday, Savannah. I saw everyone in the chat mentioning that, and I wanted to put that up there.
Yeah.
I bet you just turned 23, right?
Yep.
I'd say 29, but what if she is like 23? That would be an insult.
Yeah.
Right?
It's only 19.
So yeah, that'll do it for us. Next week will be the drawing for the readings. So stay tuned for that. Thank you to everyone who liked and shared. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And for being part of our our broadcasts and all the chatting and getting to know each other as well within the chat. And thank you to those who are watching on the recorded version as well. I know we pick up quite a few on that too. Wish you could be here. Maybe you can make it here live on some Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. So on behalf of the love of my lifetimes, the beautiful, lovely, gorgeous, sexy, the hottest goddess, Allie, I'm Greg, and we're sending you all infinite love and light from our hearts to yours. Take care, everyone. See you the next time.
Peace.
Indeed.